Hi guys, and welcome back to the third and final group stage prediction video for this year's World Cup. We've had some fantastic games in this round. We got one score correct. France beating Denmark 2-1. And what a tournament Kylian Mbappe is having so far. He has been brilliant, scored 3 goals, he's just been instrumental for France. And he looks like he could take them a very long way in this competition. He got the double against Denmark that saw France qualify. Now, as far as qualification goes, only 3 teams have got through. France, Brazil and Portugal. So after 2 games, 3 teams through means there's a lot up for grabs here. Before we get into the predictions, make sure to hit the like button. Let's try and get 5 likes on this one. Subscribe if you haven't already. I've noticed recently quite a lot of people watching this video, roughly 75% of you, will not be subscribed. If you're watching it and you enjoy it, why not hit that subscribe button? It really helps out, and my goal is to get to 200 subscribers by the end of this year. So there's not long left, just over a month. So can you help me out and we can collectively get to 200 subscribers. Also hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more World Cup content. Let's get in to my predictions. Now in Group A, we've got Ecuador up against Senegal and Netherlands taking on Qatar. Now the host nation managed their first goal of this competition, but they did lose 3-1 against Senegal and they are out of the competition. Not great for Qatar, but getting that first goal will mean a lot to them. Ecuador and Netherlands drew 1-1, and I think that sort of shows you that Ecuador are a good side and they're in control of this group really. Now Netherlands are top, they're playing Qatar. I'd expect nothing other than a Netherlands win. So Netherlands to win 2-0. And Ecuador are playing Senegal. Ecuador just need a point and they will be through. And I fancy them to get it because they've been pretty good, pretty exciting to watch. Enner Valencia with 3 goals already. All of their 3 goals in fact. So he is a danger man. And I'm going to go Ecuador, Senegal 1-1. Meaning Netherlands and Ecuador qualify from Group A. Group B next, which sees Iran take on USA and Wales face up against England. Now England didn't do too great against the USA, ended 0-0. USA were the better team. If anyone deserved the 3 points, it would have been them. When Southgate comes up to any of these games that have a bit of a rivalry, we just don't win. You saw it in the Euros. We played a really poor Scotland team and drew it, and then we went all the way to the final. So it's not too much of a setback, and I don't mind drawing a game, but the performance was really, really poor. We didn't create anything going forward. Mason Mount, how he stayed on the pitch for 90 minutes, I will never know. He was awful. But a lot of them were. But I just didn't really see Mount do anything good at all. And Foden being on the bench is a joke. He needs to start utilising Foden because he is one of our 2 or 3 most quality players. Easily, he's so technically gifted. Foden has to be in that starting lineup. As far as the other teams got on, Iran, with a shock 2-0 victory over Wales, means that England and Iran are currently the top 2. And I think Iran have the quality to get a point against the USA, which would be enough to see them through the group. Iran 1-1 with USA. I think they're going to do it. And then England versus Wales. Now, England are in control. As long as we don't lose by a 4-goal margin, we're through. So, I think we'll definitely be through. I don't think we'll be losing 4-0. But again, as I said, Southgate playing these games that have a bit of a rivalry to them. doesn't seem to go too well. So I'll go again down the middle, 1-1, meaning England and Iran qualify. Group C next, where Poland take on Argentina and Saudi Arabia face Mexico. Now, I felt quite bad for Saudi Arabia because they were the better side in that game against Poland. They definitely the first half, the first sort of 60 minutes. But Lewandowski scored his first ever World Cup goal and Poland won it 2-0, putting them at the top of the group. Argentina faced Mexico. Messi scored. Argentina won 2-0. So they're now in a pretty decent spot as well. Poland versus Argentina. I can see Argentina just edging this one. So I'll go Argentina to win 2-1. Meaning that Saudi Arabia could potentially qualify if they could get a win against Mexico. And I think they're going to do it. Mexico are struggling. They can still qualify, but it's highly unlikely if Argentina are to win. Then Mexico, they'd have to win by a big margin. Argentina win by a big margin to get through. And I think that Saudi Arabia team are exciting. There's some good players in there. They're technically quite good. I think Saudi Arabia will win 1-0, meaning Argentina and Saudi Arabia qualify from Group C. Group D next. Tunisia up against France and Australia against Denmark. Now, France are already through. They cemented their place in the knockout rounds with a 2-1 victory over Denmark. Australia beat Tunisia 1-0, meaning Australia are second. Now, Australia have to make sure that they don't lose against Denmark. And if they don't lose and Tunisia don't beat France, which I can't see happening, Australia would be through. Now, we'll start off with France. I think that they will beat Tunisia. I'm going to go France to win 2-0, which would then mean Australia would just need a point against Denmark. And this is where I think Denmark get their first win of the tournament. Denmark to win 2-1, meaning France and Denmark qualify from Group D. Now onto Group E, where it's all to play for, and there's been some pretty crazy results already. Costa Rica face Germany, whilst Japan are up against Spain. Now, Japan beat Germany 2-1, Spain beat Costa Rica 7-0. So then when Japan met Costa Rica, I only thought it could go one way, and I thought that Japan would qualify. However, I think they've messed up. They lost 1-0 to Costa Rica. Germany drew 1-1 with Spain. And now Japan are going to have to do a good job against Spain in order to get through. Germany against Costa Rica. The Germans have the quality. Japan maybe, they have quality, but they don't have as much quality as Germany. I think Germany will be able to break down that Costa Rica side and win 2-0, meaning that they would be through the group as long as Japan didn't beat Spain. And I don't see that happening. I think a Japan draw as well would get them through the group, depending on the margin that Germany win by. I think if they win by 1, it goes down to goal difference. But I think Spain will beat Japan, meaning that Japan are out after that brilliant start. Spain to win 1-0, meaning that Spain and Germany go through from Group E. Group F next, where there's also been some pretty crazy results. Canada face Morocco, whilst Croatia take on Belgium. And Belgium are currently sitting in third position after losing 2-0 against Morocco. Croatia ended Canada's World Cup hopes after winning 4-1, leaving Canada on no points at the bottom of the group. Belgium didn't look very good in the first game. I watched it against Canada. They were awful, but they managed to somehow scrape a 1-0 win. I didn't see the Morocco game, but they lost that one. I do not fancy this Belgian side to qualify. I think that Morocco have a lot of quality. You know, they're an exciting team. I thought the same about Canada, and I saw it in the first game, but the second game they were quite poor. I think that Morocco will get a point out of that game, which would be enough to see them through the group. So I'm going to go Canada-Morocco 1-1, which means that Belgium now have to beat Croatia to get through the group. Now I can see it going the other way. I think Croatia are going to go all out and win that match to make sure they top the group. Croatia to win 2-1, meaning Croatia and Morocco qualify from Group F and Belgium bow out. On to Group G next, where Cameroon take on Brazil and Serbia are up against Switzerland. Now Brazil beat Switzerland 1-0, a late Casemiro strike sealing the points and sealing qualification to the knockout rounds. And then probably the game of the tournament so far, Serbia against Cameroon ended 3-3, a crazy match. Serbia scored 2 goals in injury time to go 2-1 up. Then they were 3-1 up, and then Cameroon 2 goals in about 2.5 minutes as well, made it 3-3. Abubakar came on, breaking the lines beautifully, just about staying onside, scored a brilliant chip over the Serbian goalkeeper, and then assisted as well, broke the lines again, assisted Choupo-Moting at the back post, made it 3-3. He came on and did brilliantly, and what a game that was. End to end, so exciting. I really enjoyed that one. But it's left this group in a bit of a strange situation. Now, Brazil against Cameroon. Cameroon need to win, as they're only on 1 point. I can't see it happening. I think Brazil will win that one 2-0, meaning Cameroon are out. And then Serbia against Switzerland. A point is enough for Switzerland. Serbia have to win. I think Serbia might just manage to win. I don't know why. I still fancy them, even though they bottled that 2-goal lead today. I've got a feeling they're going to really turn up against the Swiss. All their attacking players going for it. The coach will tell them off for their poor defensive work today, because when they were 3-1 up, they were still going for it, piling players forward, and it left them open at the back. I think their coach will get into them, and I think Serbia will pull off a great escape to qualify. Serbia to win 2-1, meaning that Brazil and Serbia qualify in Group G. And finally, Group H, where Portugal take on South Korea and Ghana up against Uruguay. What a tie that is. We'll save that one till last. Now, Portugal beat Uruguay 2-0, meaning Uruguay still haven't scored at this World Cup. They've been pretty poor in front of goal. And they're one of the sides that you look at and think Cavani and Suarez are both probably at the ends of their careers, nowhere near their peak. Same for Diego Godin at the back. They've got some players that are just probably a bit past it, and they're struggling. Ghana had a brilliant game, beating South Korea 3-2. It was crazy. Ghana went 2-0 up. South Korea pulled it back to 2-2, 2 very quick goals, and then Ghana won it. Mohamed Kudus with 2 goals in this game. The man from Ajax, attacking midfielder, brilliant performance from him. Brilliant spirit from Ghana. And it now means they are in control. As long as they don't lose against Uruguay and South Korea don't beat Portugal, they are through. Now, South Korea against Portugal. I think Portugal will win that quite comfortably. So I'm going to go Portugal to win 2-0. So Ghana need a point against Uruguay. How do I see it going? Well, Ghana defensively don't look the greatest. They've conceded 5 in 2. There's also scored 5 in 2. So plenty of goals in their games. I can see Uruguay scoring in this one. But I think Ghana are going to get revenge for what Uruguay did at the 2010 World Cup. That handball from Suarez on the line. Again, anybody would do it. You'd do it for your country. But Ghana will want some revenge for that. I think they'll get it. I think they'll knock Uruguay out here. 1-1. Meaning Portugal and Ghana are the last teams to qualify in Group H. So, those are my predictions for this World Cup third round group stage. Now, let's have a look at the 16 teams getting through to the knockouts according to my last predictions. Netherlands and Ecuador from Group A, England and Iran from Group B. From Group C, we've got Argentina and Saudi Arabia. Group D, France and Denmark. Spain and Germany, the two titans in Group E, both getting through. Croatia and Morocco getting through in Group F, meaning Belgium are out. Brazil and Serbia through in Group G. And Portugal and Ghana through in Group H after Ghana gets some long-awaited revenge. Let me know what your predictions are down in the comments. Who do you think will get through the groups? Any shock results? Let me know. Make sure to hit the like button. Remember, 5 likes on this one. Let's try and smash it. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. 3/4 of you haven't. Make sure you hit it. If you enjoy the content, why not? Let's get to 200 subs before the end of the year. And hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more World Cup content. Come on, England.